shift focus then. We also have updates on the US comments with regards to India's oil purchases. Now, US Trade Representative Jameson Greer has said that India did not always buy oil, Russian oil, and that the purchases increased only in the past 2 to 3 years. He also said that the US is not trying to dictate nations on their handling of relations with other countries. My colleague Sumita Karir is here with more details on what he had to say.
Absolutely, Ankita. So just days after talks with India on the trade deal, USTR or US Trade Representative Jameson Greer has called India's approach pragmatic. He's also added that the two sides are negotiating a trade deal. He also confirmed that the US is essentially looking at negotiating a deal on the 25% reciprocal tariffs is something that he confirmed. But there's more to what Greer said. He once again touched upon India's energy trade with Russia, wherein he stated that India has not always bought so much of Russian oil, and the quantity of the purchase of Russian oil is only increased in the past 2-3 years. However, the purchase of Russian oil is not really the bedrock part of the Indian economy. And he's also claimed that India has started diversifying away from Russian oil. Now, important to know that India has not made any official statement. There's been no confirmation so far as to India's energy trade with Russia, whether it's increased or decreased. India has always maintained that it will go to the best possible consumer as far as purchasing oil from global partners is concerned. And of course, it's maintained stability as well. India has also called out the United States as well. And India has stated that there can be no double standards on the matter. So that's as far as the oil aspect is concerned. Adding, Jameson Greer also stated that India is a sovereign country and that they control their own decisions. We aren't trying to dictate nations on how to run their relations with other countries. But the question that we must ask here is that if the United States is letting sovereign nations take their own decisions, then why bring up the issue of Russian oil over and over again, given what President Putin just a couple of hours stated that US as a country is purchasing, it's the second largest uranium supplier to the US. Russia is the second largest uranium supplier to the US. So why maintain double standards? Why not fix your own problems before sermoning and lecturing other countries? So that's point number one. But important to also note that these comments which are coming in from Jameson Greer are coming in after he met with an Indian delegation in September, which was led by Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal. There was also India's Special Trade Representative, now the Commerce Secretary Rajesh Agarwal as well, who was in the United States from September 22nd to 24th. And of course, after those meetings were held, both sides termed those meetings as constructive meetings with the US on various contours of the deal. The Indian Commerce Ministry also came out with a statement.
All right, Sumita, thank you so much for joining us with the details of that. We'll let you go on that note, but keeping